So I've officially started my healing process, and I wanted to share that with you guys. It's definitely a trigger warning. Definitely. So if you hear anything that you resonate with and is triggering, please turn the video off. I have no problem with that. When you get started, and this is just for me, and I'm sharing it so maybe it can perhaps inspire someone else to start their healing journey. You know, for me, I always like to go to the root of anything in order to solve any issue. You know, I like to sit with myself, by myself, and, you know, put the facts in front of me. You know, I'm a very emotional person. However, there's certain times when I know how to separate emotion, you know, from facts. So for me, to start my healing process, I have to go within. You know, I have to. For me, I have to go within. And let me be transparent about it. When you're dealing with agoraphobia, and especially in an extreme case like mine, you tend to lean on people. What happens is, for my case, okay, I'll just give an example. I'll give my case. When you find out that you have agoraphobia, and then you have depression along with it, and anxieties, PTSD, you know, it kind of hits you hard. And especially, you know, other things that go on in your life, it kind of hits you hard. And you struggle trying to manage it, trying to wrap your head around it all. Especially if you take pride in your intellect. So when that happens, and it just so happened it was at a time in my life where I totally hit rock bottom. I say hit rock bottom, but it actually was the catalyst to turning my life around and helping me become a better person. So for me, the way that I was raised, I was always raised to be very independent, always. And I've held on to that. And so I've always been, independent. I was always willing to stay true to being independent. And when I hit rock bottom, I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to that at all. And when that happens, you know, you tend to lean on the people closest to you. Now, this is going to be the hard part to hear, but I'm a straight shooter, and so I have to be honest about all things. So this part is going to be difficult to hear for those who resonate with it. So this is what happens, in my opinion, in my situation. You lean on the people closest to you. And these people are the people that would do anything in the world for you. These people will try to do anything in the world for you. And they become your support team. And what happens is you take comfort in that. And you take so much comfort in that because now you feel protected. You take so much comfort in that it becomes crippling. And you don't see that. You know, it becomes, you start feeling, it becomes enabling. You start feeling dependent on the very people that's trying to support you to do better and to rise up out of that. But you become dependent on them, which actually stagnates you. And then you have to think about what you're putting them through. And this is probably for those who are parents who deal with agoraphobia. This part is probably going to be the hardest to hear if you can identify with this. And I'm speaking on my experience. You put so much pressure on them. You put so much pressure on them. And it's not out of hate. It's not out of control. It's not out of anything. You have to remember, these are the people that are closest to you. These are the people that you trust more than anything in the world. These are the people who are locking arms to take care of you. Now, we don't see that their support becomes enabling for us. I can almost guarantee we don't even see that once they notice that their support is enabling to us. That without us, indirectly, we feel entitled to that support. We feel entitled to that love. We feel entitled. We feel entitled for them to save us. Now, when I say we feel entitled, let me clear that up, because I know it sounds weird. So let me clear that up. When I say we feel entitled, once you feel like your support team is starting to get overwhelmed, and let's be clear, it is overwhelming. We do require a lot of attention. We require a lot. Although it tears us apart to have to need that attention and have to need that care, have to need that help, we know these are the only people that we can depend on to help us. And the thought of us having nothing at all is so frightening that it pushes you into a sense of entitlement. At least for me. And healers, it's wrong. It is wrong. We don't mean them any harm. Of course we don't. These are the people that we love the most in this world. We don't mean them any harm. We don't have any bad intentions. How could you ever have bad intentions for ones that you love the deepest in your heart? But we still made bad choices. We still make bad choices for ourselves. We're still in a position to where we're looking outside of ourselves to save ourselves. We cannot look outside of ourselves. The people that's trying to help us, the people that goes to the store for us, the people that helps us financially, the people that show us a lot of love and inspiration, and the people that check up on us, the people that in their heart, you know that they love you. Whether they're in front of you or not, you know without a doubt that you are in their heart. And you know without a doubt there's certain people in your life that you know without a doubt they want to see you win. You feel it. There's nothing that can ever take that away, ever. But we have to face it. That's the only way we can choose to move forward. We have to face that. We have to say I'm sorry to ourselves for being that vulnerable. We have to say I'm sorry to our loved ones, because it's a lot. Trust me, you and I both know. Healers, just think about it. Think about your surroundings. Think about all the things that the people in your life does for you. Think about it. They do a lot. They do a lot. They go above and beyond. And you love them so much for it. But you love them so much for it to where it enabled you. But choose different, healers, please. Face that. Because for me, when you face that, when you are apologetic to those very people, You don't just face it with yourself. You express it to these individuals. You express it to them. You let them understand, I'm trying to figure out how to help me. So I appreciate the fact that you're trying. I know you don't know what you're doing because I don't. Express it to them. But then you also have to have the courage, healers, to choose yourself and walk forward. I'm choosing myself, moving forward. I will not stay in this house. I will not stay in this room. I will not stay in this life. I do have a lot of personality. I'm super cool. You know, those that love me, love me. Those that I'm not their cup of tea, I wish them well. But I'm always going to be me because I am enough and I'm just fine with who I am. These are things that I've taught my kids. Always be fine with who you are. Always. Never ever let someone dim your shine. Ever. Always remember the values that's instilled in you. Always. These are the things that I carry with me. Although I've had traumas throughout my life, multiple traumas, I am happy to say that it was not all bad. I am happy to say that I have been raised with good values. Regardless if I affiliate or not, I do hold tight to the good values that I was taught. And I appreciate every single experience that I've had. I've had great times in the past. I've had exceptional times in the military. I've had traumatic times in the military. I've had exceptional times in my childhood. I've had traumatic times in my childhood. I've had exceptional times here in the present. I can't say I've had traumatic times in the present. See, that's the thing. Because once you can go within and decide to take your life back, all of that stops. All of that stops. Because you have that desire. The thing about it is, it's all about who you surround yourself with. Me surrounding myself now with the most highest vibrational individuals, beautiful souls. I mean, people that they're here on this earth, they're literally trying to help people. They're here helping. I'm aligning with those people. And when you align with souls like that, it reminds you of who you are. And it reminds you that you can do anything. And I now remember that I don't just remember that I can do anything. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do it all. I'm looking forward to it. I wanted to share this with you guys because when I sit with myself, I have to be 100% honest with myself. The things I speak out loud, as well as the things that I don't. The things that's in my heart, the things that's in my subconscious. I have to face those things. I have to be honest with myself with those things. Us getting outside, us walking out the front door, I do feel like it has to start with us healing from the traumas. The traumas is what got us in the house in the first place. The traumas has us trapped. The traumas are the things that's keeping you from moving forward. Face those things. But the thing is, don't sit in it. Face it with all transparency and just do whatever you need to do to move forward. Everybody's story is different. Everybody has their own way that they need to do to move forward. We can do this. I know I'm going to do it. I pray that I inspire someone to do it as well. I pray that I inspire someone to go to the mailbox I pray that I inspire somebody to do what I did the other day and go to the park and admire something as simple as morning dew that I have not seen in months. I cried just looking at the morning dew. It was emotional for me. Yes, I'm a crier, which is something that I was uncomfortable with growing up, that I cry for everything. But now I understand that I cry because I'm emotional and I'm okay with that. So healers, listen. This is what I suggest you do. Sit with yourself. Sit with yourself. Pull deep from within. Pull deep from your heart. Only you can heal yourself. People around you are supposed to be a support team, yes. But if we don't watch it, we will have our own support team make us enabled. And then we will subconsciously force them to keep us in that stability. That's not living. That's not living for us. That's not living for them. It's not fair to us. It is not fair to them. We have living to do. They have living to do. We have to face our fears, healers. Because as they say, fear is nothing except false evidence appearing real. It's false. It appears real. It's false. Even at rock bottom, healers, we can always rebuild. We can always rebuild. And my rebuilding starts today. I just had to share that with you. I really hope we can heal together.